The Globe and Mail's Marc McKinnon furnishes a fascinating narrative of international finance and skullduggery involving one of Russia's preeminent railroad conglomerates and Montreal's Bombardier Inc. This superbly written and researched piece deserves particular recognition for its innovative and intrepid reporting. Zeroing in on a single mention of Bombardier in the leaked Panama Papers, McKinnon follows the thread and unravels a captivating story about questionable business relationships and suggestions of impropriety. He lifts the veil on mysterious offshore companies and the puzzling role played by a Russian middleman operating in the shadows. McKinnon uncovers not only the murky secret dealings of Russian finance, but also sheds light on some unflattering and concerning aspects of how one of Canada's most prominent global corporations conducts itself abroad to secure and maintain contracts. Marina Strauss of the Globe and Mail captures the transformative state of retail and the myriad challenges it confronts as it scrambles to keep pace with an explosion in e-commerce and digital technology. With strong analytical skills, Strauss adeptly identifies market trends in a sector forced to reconfigure and redefine itself as it reacts to swiftly changing buying patterns and consumer preferences. Her deep analysis and insider information related to Second Cup in particular was an excellent read, exposing the fate of the struggling coffee retailer in the face of overwhelming competition from U.S. coffee giant Starbucks. Citing the example of Aldo, Strauss manages to get the privately held footwear corporation to disclose how it is reassessing its operations and shifting away from the traditional mall storefront to its online business. With exceptional storytelling skills, Bruce Livesey of the National Observer describes how New Brunswick's powerful Irving family has tentacles that reach deep into the province's economy and politics. His series brims with details about how the Irvings use their power and connections to passionately protect and defend their industrial and media empire. Through countless interviews and deep research, Livesey exhibits top-notch reporting as he peels back the layers to offer readers an insider's view of the family's major business interests. Dodging legal obstacles thrown up by the media-shy family, and with an ability to convince reluctant sources to open a public discussion, Livesey produces a fascinating account into how the Irvings have wielded and retained influence for decades. In the process, Livesey also raises serious political and ethical questions concerning the family's relationships and dealings with governments on all levels.
Award for business goes to Bruce Livesey.
Well, this is a bit of a surprise, especially for the National Observer, which has been in existence for such a short period of time. Anyway, I have to do great thanks to Linda Solomon-Wood, who's the editor and publisher of the National Observer, who allowed me to do this series on the Irvings, who are one of, as we know, one of Canada's richest families, but also one of the most underreported. I guess the one thing I'll say is that in terms of, because of all the media, because the Irvings own the media in New Brunswick, our series got tremendous response from the Brunswick consumers, sort of desperate to hear sort of a critical voice of the sort of oligarchic family, for lack of better words. Anyway, thanks again, and cheers.